Hello, I'm Peter. This video is a review of the book The Power of Belonging. The significance of belonging and exclusion has become increasingly acute as the world deals with massive demographic, cultural, environmental, and technological transformation. In many companies and organizations, there are workers from different countries and regions. These workers with different backgrounds may have rich work experience and superb industry skills, but the lack of a sense of belonging will lead to lower job satisfaction and a higher turnover rate of these workers. Belonging is a feeling of and a far more powerful force than any D&I strategy could ever be. It is a fundamental human need that translates across any language or culture and a feeling that every human is wired to strive for. Pat Waters, who is credited with creating the term DIB, beautifully states, diversity and inclusion may capture your pet, but belonging captures your heart. Because of special family reasons and personal growth experiences, I used to be a person without a sense of belonging. But when I left my familiar environment and came to Melbourne, I realized that everyone has a sense of belonging. The impact of changes in culture, language, and living environment made me realize that even a person like me, who has a weak sense of belonging, can feel homesick. This lack of sense of belonging often gives me the urge to leave Melbourne and return to my hometown. It also made me realize that, as the author mentions in his book, no matter the color of our skin, gender, experience, or sexual orientation, we all have a sense of belonging. A sense of belonging is generated in the process of trust and being respected. Millennials crave to be valued, accepted, to be recognized. There is often no excessive pressure to survive for them. Therefore, the need to choose a job that allows you to be valued, respected, and give full replay to your stress will increase. So, in this case, an organizational culture of diversity, mutual respect, and recognition is essential. This respect and recognition should not be hidden but shown. On this point, I suggest suggestions that to increase the visibility and recognition of individual contributions. Of course, the visibility of this personal contribution does not need to be disclosed to everyone but can be made known to individuals through digital qualification, verbal praise, and salary increases. This is more like a kind of satisfaction and motivation for personal inner needs, especially for those employees who are responsible and have certain expectations for their career achievements. This will greatly satisfy their aggressiveness and sense of responsibility. This is also timely feedback and recognition of employees' contributions, which will effectively improve employees' work efficiency and job satisfaction, and give full play to the subjective initiative of employees. Managers need to understand what belonging is. Diversity attempts in many companies fail because they ignore belonging, or managers themselves do not have a good understanding of belonging and what it means for the organization. When top management asserts that they want to create a sense of belonging and do not walk the talk, this causes resentment. In fact, for organizations as teams, a sense of belonging can bring work continuity and stability, which is unmatched by strategies such as diversity. I suggest that managers need to train their skills and emotional intelligence, maintain communication with employees, and create interactive spaces, such as eating together and organizing some activities together. In this process, building trust is essential, and engaging in dialogue about belonging and inclusion can be very personal. So, engaging in such discussions with some background knowledge will help managers build trust and communicate effectively. Managers need to demonstrate that they are serious about creating an inclusive workplace culture. In this book, I do not fully agree with some of the author's views. For example, the author suggests that managers should establish an organizational culture that promotes a sense of belonging and ensures consistency between personal values and organizational values. Create a site where people from all backgrounds can feel comfortable, recognized, and valued. I think this point of view is too idealistic. If you want to create an organizational culture that can be recognized and comfortable by all people from different backgrounds, and that can keep their personal values and organizational values consistent, then this organizational culture is too broad and general. In fact, often cannot precisely motivate your target audience. Therefore, managers should clarify the needs and backgrounds of most their subordinates, especially for those employees who have mastered the company's core competitiveness and technology. The company should give priority to cultivating an organizational culture that conforms to these values. For example, the MiHoYo game company, which is now popular all over the world, has a corporate slogan: Tech Okos save the world. Tech Okos can be understood as people who are not sociable and have excellent internet skills. But the staff of a large company cannot all be technical staff. The company needs publicity and financial management talents. These employees cannot deeply resonate with the organizational culture of MiHoYo. However, relying on the technical advantages brought by the tech otakus, MiHoYo has still become a game company that is popular all over the world. In fact, some industry allies have personal burdens and cannot facilitatively integrate into the organization. But the role of managers is not to remove everyone's baggage, but to enable those who cannot fully integrate into organizational culture to understand and respect others and to be respected and valued in the organization. Therefore, my personal suggestion is managers do not need to create an organizational culture that everyone recognizes. They should give priority to ensuring that the values of most employees of the company are consistent with the organization, and to ensure that our company's core technology and competitiveness can be preserved. The second is to enable those employees who cannot fully integrate into the organizational culture to understand and respect each other. In addition, the book also mentioned a point of view employees should take the initiative to socialize with others to help build a sense of belonging. With the rise of telecommunicating, I don't think that employees will choose to actively socialize to enhance their sense of belonging. The interaction between many employees is often passive and required by work, and managers cannot force employees to socialize. Moreover, during the COVID-19 epidemic, the low social office mode of online meetings even depended many people's sense of belonging to the organization. Today's workers tend to choose the social circle that suits them, rather than change and integrate. From a personal point of view, it is more reliable to choose a circle that suits you than to actively integrate into an unfamiliar circle. So, at this time, for managers, the allocation of human resources is particularly important. I personally suggest that managers should put together people with similar interests and work habits to save communication costs. In this way, it is an appropriate management method to attribute each small social circle with the same interests and habits to the large circle of the company. Finally, I would like to end with a quote from this book that I like. If inclusion is being given a seat at the table, belonging is knowing that that place is always there for you, whoever you are and however you show up.